Hello. Are you guys back? It has been a crazy day, has it not? Hopefully you guys can see me. I don't know if I can see comments or not. Okay, hopefully comments will be here. I'm just going to wait a little bit for some people to come in. Rolly's back. Hello, hello. It's been crazy internet problems. Maya's here. I'm sitting on my back porch because the internet sucks in the back. So we're going to try it here. Yay, good. You guys can see me and hear me. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm sitting in my backyard, which is probably what I need to be doing because Goddess is like, yeah, you need to get outside. So we are outside. Hopefully you guys can, yay, you guys can hear me and see me. There's something about the internet connection back there and being connected to Wi-Fi that just does not like me. So we're not even going to worry about that now. We are going to just do what Goddess tells us we need to do and be where we need to be. So obviously Goddess told me, yeah, you need to be outside. So we are outside reading and doing tarot, which I need to be doing anyways, right? So how is everyone today? So let's just rewind and regroup. Clear. Awesome. Thank you, Latanya. So my name is Madam Z, and I am a magical life coach and a female empowerment coach, and I teach women how to live a more magical life and to be more empowered with their magical and witchy self. So I teach on crystals and tarot and witchcraft and spellcasting and any kind of divination. Oh, thank you, Eleanor. I need to be outside for sure because I spend too much time inside, so I'm excited to be out here. So that is me. We have a lot of new members in the group, so I wanted to say welcome to our Witchy School Facebook group. It is a group of eclectic witches and eclectic healers, and we really love this group. The energy is high vibe. The energy is really, really awesome. We love it here. We love everybody here. So I'm so glad that you're here. If you guys are watching on the replay, put hashtag replay and I will answer any questions. Hopefully I will see comments. I think I can while they come through. So I wanted to talk to everybody who is almost like newbies to tarot, people who haven't really dived deep into tarot yet. They're just maybe have their first deck, or they're like wanting to pick up their new deck, or they are intimidated by it. They want to learn more. You guys are really lucky to be in the age where you have so many choices when it comes to purchasing tarot decks. When I started tarot a long time ago, 15, 20 years ago, we did not even have the internet. We were given, tarot was like very underground, and we were given our cards, or we were like, hey, go to this occult store, go to the basement, to the door on the left, and that's where all the occult books are at, and I think they have a deck back there, go get one. So that's how we got our first deck. We weren't able to go online on the internet and just pick cards. We actually had to go what I call the underground scene and try to find people who are into it and pick our cards that way. So you guys are super, super lucky that you really have so many choices for decks now. So you're lucky. So I wanted to talk to everybody. So raise your hands again if you are newbie to tarot, if you haven't read tarot and you want to learn tarot. Hey, lots of hearts and lots of thumbs ups. Yay, 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 good. I've got a huge announcement for you guys. Hopefully it'll drop this Friday, hopefully, if everything goes right. If not, look for it this weekend. Hey, Rachel. That is my Moon Sister activation, Rachel. She is sick today, so we want to send her healing energy. It's not very often she is sick, so we want to send her lots of healing energy. So I wanted to talk about what the difference is between major and minor arcana. Because you're going to look at a tarot deck and there's going to have 4 suits, which is swords, pentacles, wands, cups. I'm trying to do this off of memory. So, and then you have your major arcana, and the suits are your minor arcana. So you're probably like, what the hell is the difference between a major and minor arcana card? Okay, so here's what this is what I tell people, and this is what I tell my students. Major arcanas are what I call big picture card. It's this, like, you're zooming out of your life, and you're looking at the big picture of your life and what's going to happen, where it's going to go. These are life lessons that you need to learn in order to what I call level up, or to be more energetically aligned. If you don't learn these life lessons, which are major arcana, this is major speed bumps in your life, then you are doomed to redo it, to relive it, until you freaking learn it. And sometimes we are hard-headed and we're like, no, I don't have to leave that man. No, I don't have to get that other job. Or no, I want to be tied to this person. And no, I don't want to draw boundaries. I want to be in the victimhood energy the rest of my life. Then you are doomed to learn that cycle over and over and over again until you get it. And when you have major suits come up in a reading, you better pay attention to what these cards mean. Now, minor arcana, which is your suit cards, which are your cups, which are your swords, which are your wands, and which are your pentacles. These are what I call their kind of drilled in. They're kind of like micro kind of things. Picture. Whereas major is a big picture, this is a smaller picture of your life. This is day-to-day stuff. I'm trying to scroll up so I can see if there's any comments. Okay. So if you see the sun shining in my eyes, I'm sorry about that. So these are what I call little bitty speed bumps. Everyday stuff. Like the internet going out. Okay? That is everyday irritations. Or everyday kind of like little bitty lessons that you need to be aware of. But it's not the big picture. Okay? This is more like everyday trials and tribulations that you go through that you need to be aware of. So that is the difference that I tell my clients and I tell my students between major and minor arcana. And I'm going to pull some. Now, the major arcana starts with the Fool, which is 0. And if you look at a person who is just starting off at life, 0, very much fool-like, energetic, very childlike, very ego, naive kind of thing. But if you look through that person's life as that person progresses through the major arcana of that deck through card 21, which is the World card, you can see all the life lessons that you will learn through your life, entire life. Okay? The ups and downs, the tower moments, the tribulations, the aha moments, the moments where like, shit man, everything is great. I'm just going to bask in this moment and everything is wonderful. Okay? So these are the times that if you lay out all 21 cards, you almost can see like a pattern or a story. If you can picture yourself in every single card, meeting all these people in these cards, you will know that, oh yeah, I know that person. I remember when the tower happened and I lost my job, or I got a divorce, or I found out that, I was being cheated on, or everything just fell apart. I remember that moment. But these are life lessons that you need to learn. I don't even know if I can see comments. I may have to go back and see comments. If I can't see comments, then I will go ahead and go back and comment on your comments. So don't think that you're just out here by yourself. So that is the difference between major arcana and minor arcana. So let's say, for instance, I don't want you to get upset about it, or get, like, not upset, but get really confused or really overwhelmed and pick up cards and you look at the deck and you're like, I don't know what the hell this means. I don't know what those colors mean. I don't know what any of this means. I'm not going to do it, because I did that. Tarot was calling to me for many years before I even really dove into it, because I picked it up and I was totally overwhelmed with it. Hi, Eleanor. Good. I can see some comments now. So, I'm trying to help you navigate the world of tarot a little bit easier than when I had it, because I didn't have the resources that you guys have now. I didn't have the internet. I didn't have any of, the mentors. Nisha's here. Thank you for coming back, Nisha. Sorry about the interruption with the internet. So, I'm trying to help you guys navigate the world of tarot a little bit easier, so you can build your confidence, so you won't have to struggle like I did when I first started out, when I didn't have any of the reference books. I couldn't go to the library. I didn't have anybody to ask. I didn't have a mentor. So I'm trying to really take that fear of being by yourself while you're, learning tarot. So that's just a little bitty lesson for today, is the difference between major arcana and minor arcana. So major arcana, and let me show you a couple of major arcanas. Let me get my big one out. Sun. Okay, so I'm going to pick one of I'll pick one of each just to go through some stuff. Okay, here we go. This is a major arcana card. This is what it looks like, if I can get those, that's right. And it will tell you at the bottom what these are. All 21 cards will have a label. These are the lover cards. And that is a major arcana card. And let me find another one. And let me see. This is a major arcana card. There's nudity in this deck, I'm sorry, but we're all adults here, so we could take some nakedness, right? I love this card. So those are major arcana cards. Okay. Now, for minor arcana cards, and please, the wind's picking up a little bit here. It's always windy in Texas. Alright, so these are the swords. This is a minor arcana. Okay, that's a minor, and this is a minor. This is the suit of cups. This is the suit of wands and cups. Ooh, everybody's favorite. Everybody's like, oh God, I got the death card. What's your perspective on intuitive reading versus traditional meanings of cards? Okay, let me talk about that. So this is a major arcana card, death card, which is one of my favorite cards, because death is about transformation and rebuilding and ending of things that no longer serve you. So I totally love the death card, because it's a positive thing. You'll go through some trials and tribulations with that. I'm not going to say it's easy, because it's not, but it's a necessary card. And then this is the suit of pentacles, and this is a minor arcana. So Eleanor had a wonderful question. What's my perspective on intuitive reading versus traditional meanings? Here's the thing. I read differently than everybody. I think everybody should have a foundation of what each card should mean. This is how I started my practice, and this is why I'm so good at reading tarot, and I have many clients. And I'm a professional and a master tarot reader, because I mash up the two, intuitive and traditional meanings. So I really believe that people need to have a strong foundation in the fundamentals of tarot, and then they will start using the intuitive type of guide. Okay, so once you master, well, you really never master tarot, to be honest with you, because there's so many signs and symbols and combinations, and readings. Do you have love readings and wealth readings and career, and there's so many different types of readings. But if you can master both of those, you are freaking golden. You can read anything and you can transform people's lives. Because if you don't really use your intuitive, then you're not going to think outside the box. And you're not going to have the same tarot reading or the same client's energy all the time. Every client is different. Every situation is different. Every energy is different. But if you have a solid foundation of what these cards mean, what the Pentacle suit stands for, what the Sword suit stands for, and then you actually start using your intuition and bringing that together as a different pieces of the puzzle, then you're pretty badass tarot reader. I'm going to tell you, and people will pay for it to come see you, and they will say, oh, she's badass tarot reader, and she is spot on every time. So it gives you more fluidity, and it gives you a deeper reading when you can think outside the box. But you have to have that foundation really firm, and then you can start building and being more intuitive and looking at the cards and which way they're facing, how they interact with each other. Is the card a happy feeling? If you pull a card for a sun card for a client that's coming in and wants to know if he's going to get the job, you're going to be like, oh yeah, the sun's happy card, yeah, you're going to be great, you're going to be wonderful. But if you pull the death card for I don't know, a career, you're like, no, this isn't going to better serve you. You need something is going to happen that you're not fully aligned in this job. You may get this job, but you may not want this job, or this job's going to be bad for you if you decide to take this job. Eleanor says it makes total sense. Eleanor's, I've been growing my intuition but found the structure of tarot overwhelming. But having the foundation, yes, makes sense. And I'm going to help you guys with that. Just be patient. Just be patient. So it is important, like I said, to have the foundation so you know where the Sword suit means, or the Pentacle suit means, or the Major Arcana suit comes for. And then when you put them together, you have this whole storytelling thing. And then when you're confident with that, you can start bringing your intuition and meshing it together so you get the best of both worlds. And here's the thing with a master tarot reader. It is hard to find someone who knows the fundamentals and trusts their intuition. There's not many out there. I know there's probably a handful of them. A lot of them are just the fundamentals. This is how it is. But that is just card tricks. You can get that at a freaking carnival at a tarot party. But if you want true transformation, if you want true knowledge, you have to be in tune with both the fundamentals and the intuition. So we're going to work on both of that. So, yay! So I've got exciting news, but that's not dropping till probably Friday or this weekend, whenever I get that copy back. So we're going to work on both of that. So I'm super excited about that. So, sorry for the light. Alright, so, and another thing is, let me see if I can pick some cards. The difference in tarot decks and themes. Let me see if I can find some. And I'm going to compare the two. So give me 1 second. I should have had these together. Okay, here we go. Well, that didn't take very long. So, it is important that you find a deck that you connect with. So here are the difference. These are both Two of Swords, but look how different they are. Can you guys see? This is why you guys are so lucky to have so many wonderful decks to choose from. Now, when you learn the fundamentals of a tarot deck and the suits of the swords, but you learn the intuition also, you can you can pick up any deck and you can read that with confidence. These are two very different styles of Two of Swords, but the meaning is the same. But you may be more connected to this one and read this one better. Ooh, focus. or you may get more out of this one. Two different styles, but the meanings are the same. That's why you guys are so lucky to have so many choices. Alright, so let's pull a card for some people. Who would like a card? As I spit my drink out. And let's see what we got. I'm going to move you guys back a little bit so I can do some tarot spreads. And this one is totally different. This one's kind of cool too. This one's 3 of Cups. So the styles are very different, but the meanings are the same. And once you learn the fundamentals, that's why it's so important to learn the fundamentals. You can read any deck. It doesn't matter what style it is. You can pick up any deck and read it. So does anybody want a card? Eleanor, I agree. I love my Happy Tarot deck because it has a real childlike aspect. I know. I have the Happy Tarot deck, and I was looking for that doggone deck last week, and I couldn't find it. So I was like, where are you hiding? You're hiding somewhere from me, and I don't know where you're at. I couldn't find it. Maybe it just decided it didn't want to come out and play. And that's another thing with tarot, is that they have personalities, and sometimes they want to be left alone, and sometimes they want to come out. And when they want to come out, they will let you know. Otherwise, they're going to just hang out and just hide from you. So yeah, I love the Happy Tarot. Okay, Eleanor, let's pull a card for you. Let's see what we got. I'm going to pull a couple cards for you. Okay, we got one. Woo. And 2. Wow. Okay. This is a perfect example. Hi, Mish. Hi, Karen. Eleanor, your first card is the Hangman, which is a major arcana card. So you need to take some time out and figure out what your next move is. I feel like you've been running and running and running and pushing and pushing and pushing. Hi, Mish. And you're almost spinning around in circles, and you aren't really focused on what you want to do, the next move. So the universe is telling you that you really need to reevaluate what your next move is before you make the next move, and take some time out of your busy schedule and reevaluate your life. What is truly going on that is really not keeping you focused, or something that you don't want to face, that you've got to face, or that you've been what I call busy work, so you don't have to face the truth of something that has to be done. Okay? So take some time out, reevaluate, and look at things differently to achieve your goals. Think outside the box with this one. And your second card is the Wheel of Fortune. Remember I talked about how you'll pull decks or cards for a reading, and they'll have either all major arcana cards, they'll have some mixtures, or they'll have some minor arcana cards. You got 2 major arcana cards. So my sister, this means that you've got 2 huge life lessons that you need to be aware of before you can move on to what's going to happen next. So this is a Wheel of Fortune for you. So you read these 2 cards together. Take some time out to figure out what your next move is. Don't rush it. Look at the universe and what messages they're going to send you. Look at things differently. And then your outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. Once you just come out of this energy as, aha, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm cutting out the outside chatter, getting super focused. You have everything you need, right, as the wheel of life turns. So everything is going to be balanced. Everything is going to be in focus. You have the powers of earth, air, fire, water, which is these 4 elements. So you're going to be completely supported, completely imbalanced, in balance, not imbalance. And you're going to be exactly where you need to be. But you got to get there by taking some time out. Okay? I hope that helped, Eleanor. So take some time out and refocus, regroup. Okay, does anybody else want a card before I say goodbye? And my internet is working out here, but it's 100 freaking degrees. And I broke my goddess statue today. So what does that mean when I break my goddess statue? Is that bad luck? I hope not. It's a goddess statue that Blair got me. It's one of my favorite ones, and I was like, shit. I broke my goddess statue. Good. I'm glad that makes sense. Now see how I took the fundamentals of what it is with tarot and my foundation, and then I brought my intuition into that. That is a master tarot reader. That's how you get huge transformational readings. And Karen wants a card. It's alright, Karen. Let's see what we got with Karen. Maybe I should do lives out here in the backyard, right? It kind of gives you a different environment anyways, and a different scenery. You probably guys get tired of me sitting in the back room with all my books. Let's see. Let's see what we got, Eleanor. Oops. These two cards popped out. So, whoo, lordy. Okay, not lordy and bad, but Eleanor, you've got the moon card, which is a major arcana card. So you really need to look at things head on. Right? Use your woman's intuition. This is all about like howling at the moon and coming out of your shell and looking at things that may be scary to you. I always say that when you're in the moonlight, your fears, this is all about fears and things that keep you from moving forward also. And this is about looking at things head on and also taking the fear away from what you think is a huge problem. I always say, if you picture yourself under the moonlight, the shadows and things look distorted and things look worse than what they are because it's just a shadow that is cast. Hey Melissa, so glad you're here. So this is a card of really facing your fears, really coming out of that protective shell, which is the crab at the bottom, and coming out of the water, which you think is a protective state, and moving forward in your life, facing your fears, using a woman's intuition, being the magnificent, wonderful goddess that you are, and not living in fear. Okay, because something is holding you back from living life as your highest self because of fear, or you don't want to face that, or you think it's worse than what it is. For example, I have a fear of overpasses, and it's an irrational freaking fear. Okay, and this what this card is about also, is facing your irrational fears. If you can move forward, I'm putting your other card down. If you can come out of the water here and move into your new life, which is just beyond these two little pillars, you're going to have a wonderful life. It's going to take a little bit of a transformation and a little bit of a time, because these two howling beasts are like, no, you cannot cross. But you're bound and determined to face your fears. You're bound and determined to live that life, or lead that life that is no longer serving you. Okay? Gotta do that. And your other one is a nice little card. I love this one. They're so sweet and innocent. This is the Page of Cups. Pages are always childlike energy. Now, Page of Cups usually means a new friendship, a new connection, and it also could mean taking a class, looking at things in a, what I call, more of a new beginning kind of thing. There are also messages of new beginnings. Okay, pages are usually younger energy, so someone's going to come into your life that's going to be energetic, young at heart, offering a new friendship or reconnecting with a friendship, and even taking the class. So along this journey that you have, you're going to meet this person that's going to help you really get over this fear that you have right here. So embrace this person here, because they're going to be very supportive of your journey, be supportive of you and what you're going through. And you really need a buddy to go on this new path with you. Okay? Hope that makes sense. Alright, so that is all I have time for, because I'm on my phone and my phone's about to die. So I am so glad you guys are here. I need to go live a lot more than what I do, but my life is kind of crazy. But it's going to change in October, so you will really see more of me live. You're probably going to be tired of me. You're probably going to be like, oh my gosh, she's live again. Go away. So, sorry, I'm here to stay. So on that note, I am so glad you guys stuck with me during my internet craziness. Sometimes that's what happens. You're welcome, Eleanor. And thank you, Mish. Mish actually went to the witches meetup we have. We're trying to have a monthly witches meetup here in Austin. So if you guys live in Central Texas, come on down and join us for a monthly meeting. We would love to have you guys do a face-to-face connection with everybody. So on that note, look for some great stuff that is going to be dropping, that's going to be happening this year and next year, within this week, next month, and next year. We got a whole bunch of crazy, wonderful stuff happening for you to connect and to hang out and to learn and to expand your witchy woo kind of knowledge. Okay? Alright, my sisters, I am going to sign off and say goodbye, and I will see you on the other side. And sorry for the Facebook poke.